Hello again everybody, welcome back to LilyLuLou. My name's Karen and today I don't really have any idea what we're doing. I'm going to carry on working in the Fox journal. I've been absent for quite a few days because I've had people home and I've had my granddaughter to stay for a couple of days and that just means I can't be filming. But I've also not been able to craft at all in that time. Well, not at all, but not very much in that time. So I've done a little bit more of the journal while I've been off camera, but not very much, as I say. And I'm not happy with what I've done. So I'm going to be rectifying that today. And yeah, I just thought I'd turn the camera on and bring you along with me. It's a craft along because I don't know what I'm going to be doing. The first thing I do know I'm going to be doing is I'm taking out these pages. I had a, this was an embroidered tea cloth, beautiful, and I thought that the colours went well with the colours I've used in the journal, and I wanted to have the lace hanging off the edge. So I put it on, I put one piece in each signature, but in different places in each signature. So that one was at the bottom right, then this one was the top left, and I was going to use that as a pocket. So I'm not quite in frame, am I? And then this one is at the bottom left, and that was just going to, I was going to put a fancy paper clip there, and that was going to be a secret sort of tucky space. And then in the last signature I had this piece, and I was going to put some Velcro on here, so again it would be another well, it'd be like a tip in, but I don't like the way it looks. I don't know why I don't like the way it looks, because my journals do always have things hanging over the edges, but for some reason I'm not happy with this. I think it's because they're in different places. I think that was my mistake. So I'm going to take those pages, and I was umming and ahhing thinking, oh, if I leave it, you know, it might grow on me, but then I decided if I'm not happy with it, you know, change it. There's no point having it in there if I'm not happy with it. If I'm umming and ahhing and wondering if I like it or I don't like it, that's my answer. I don't like it, so take it out. So first thing I'm going to do is just replace those pages with some plain copy paper, and this is plain copy paper that's been tea dyed. So I'm just going to take each of those out, and I will use these in something else in some other way, and pop some plain paper back in each place. Luckily these were all on just plain tea dyed paper. I sewed them on, so it's easy to swap them out and it will be back as it was before I started playing with that. So that's one. The only one I'm going to have an issue with is, you can see that I've sewn the tabs on the pages while I've been away. I haven't been away, I just haven't been on camera. And one of the, I think it's the last, the page in the last signature that has that tea cloth, I think it has a tab on the opposite page, so I will need to redo that. But other than that, the rest of them are all just plain pages, luckily, so I can just pop these in instead. And I had posted pictures on my Instagram when I was deciding whether I liked it or not, and I did get some positive comments. But you know, although this journal is for a friend of mine, that one I've got a tab on there, so I will have to redo another tab. Yeah, although this journal is for a friend of mine, it's not for me. it obviously does still need to, you know, I need to be happy with it. It is my work, it does represent me, so I want to be happy with the way it looks, even though I'm, you know, making it hopefully to somebody else's taste. So that's where we are right now. So the tea cloth is no more, not in this journal anyway. I say I will use it in something in some way, but I just wasn't happy with the way it looked in here. So that's how the journal's looking at the moment. I've got the tabs sewn on the sides. I need to make my fancy paper clips for the tops, and I want to put in here some flippy bits on some of the pages. So I need to, you know what it's like when you don't do any crafting and videoing. Excuse me, I'm just having a sip of tea. When you step away for a few days, it's really hard to get back to it. You sort of get out of the flow, and I imagine that this video is there's going to be a lot of stopping and starting because I've just pulled out bags and boxes and I don't really know what I've got here. I've forgotten what I'm working with. I've really sort of lost touch over the last few days with what I'm doing. So I'm just rummaging here through the papers that I have printed out to find, I'm going to see if I've got anything suitable to work with. So I hope everybody's well. We seem to have summer back at the moment, so I hope that's the case wherever you are and you're enjoying the fine weather. It's a bit strange because I know the schools haven't actually broken up yet, but my two daughters are both at uni and they've finished now for the summer. So I keep forgetting that not everybody has broken up yet. My eldest, no, not my eldest daughter, the eldest of the two daughters that are at uni, that's my middle daughter. She has actually finished uni now completely. She's graduated and she is away on holiday at the moment, and 2 days after she gets back she starts her first professional job as a lead vocalist. So that's very exciting, and my middle daughter is working today, but she will be going on holiday in about 10 days time, I think it is. So there's a lot of coming and going in our household at the moment. I'm just looking to see if there's any of these pages are suitable for what I have in mind for what I want to do, and of course they don't seem to be. So I'm going to have a rethink what I'm going to do today. Right, are they all on single pages? Okay, right. I'm going to grab myself some envelopes, and I think I'll do some collage on those. Bear with me a moment. And I'm back again. I've got a big box somewhere with all my junk mail envelopes and flyers and things in, ready to use. And of course, as soon as I go to get one, I can't find it because I've tidied everything away while I've not been crafting. So I thought I would use an envelope and sort of fold it around the page like this. I'll collage it all up. I'll have something inside the envelope peeking through the window, be a little pocket on the other side, and it will flap out so that there's some journaling space on the back. So that's my idea. So the first thing I need to do is fold this roughly where I want it to be. So I would like it to have roughly the same amount of space on each side. That's close enough. Let's pop that out of the way. And let's fold that down, and then obviously I need to straighten this edge. I've got a tear in there, but hopefully when that's all collaged that won't matter. So I'm going to just cut that with scissors, feeling brave, because once I've collaged I will straighten these edges up anyway, so it won't matter if they're not brilliantly straight, which of course they won't be with my cutting skills. Now I've got this fox. Oh, now I wonder if because he's up that way, and I thought he'd look nice poking through that little gap, but will that be too wide for my page? Let's find a folded piece of paper so I don't have to keep pulling the whole journal in. It's slightly too wide, but I could cut that down. Could have it that way. So it could go on a page like that, and it could flip down that way, journaling space, and we could still have pockets, couldn't we? So sorry, I think the dog's going to start barking. There's another dog barking outside. So I might do that, and then I can have him up that way. Or would it be better to have a top one? Would it be better to have it that way and flip up like that? Yeah, I think I might do a top one. So let's cut a little bit off of this side as well. And let me think about this. Can put things in there and have a pocket that can flip up. So on the other side, I will probably, so if we have this side as a flappy piece with some journaling space on there and journaling space here, we could have this as a pocket to put things in, and then on this page we could stick it down here and here and have a tuck up here. Yes, why not? We could even sew that on, and then both sides could flip. But no, I think I'll do that. I think I will, because that rip there, I think it'd be better if once I've collaged that, that will reinforce that. If I keep flipping it, it's likely to tear some more. So I think I will do that. So now I need to remember what I'm doing. So the first thing is I want to cover the inside, and I want this little chap to peek out here. So he looks quite cute, doesn't he? So let's just it off. And do I want him a bit further down so we can see his ears, or is he all right like that? see what it looks like if we pop him a bit further down. Right, I'm going to try and get his ears in, so I think I need to trim it about there. Oh, the dogs didn't bark, did they? They're behaving themselves. So I'm going to trim this bit off at the bottom here. And this is just very thin, probably 80 GSM copy paper that this is like one of the, just the quick prints I do when I download a kit, just to see what it looks like when I'm deciding what I'm going to use. I'm not very good at visualising just from the, you know, the screen, looking at them on the computer screen. I like to actually print them out and see what they look like. So he's going to go there. So I can cut this off here. And we'll pop him in with some glue stick. Looks like this is on its way out. I have to go and get my new one out. I better do that because I don't want him catching when things are going in and out of the pocket. Right, back again. Nice fresh glue stick. Let's try again. So I'm way behind on all my plans for what I was going to be working on. This journal should have been finished a week ago and it should be in the post now on its way to the recipient. So it's going to be a belated birthday present, and I should now be working on my Christmas in July projects that I have been intending to make. I really can't speak today. I don't think I should have been let out of bed this morning. Right, let's try and get him in roughly the right place. Come on, Mr. Fox, slide down a little bit. I think he's okay. Yeah, so as I say, I'm way behind, but I decided I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do what I can do, and I'm just thinking right now, this is going to be the back piece. I'm going to put something on it. Right, so I'm just going to fold this over for now, because we will be doing something on the back piece, so we might as well use that. And I've still got glue on my mat, even with using my glue mat. Yeah, so I was intending to start on some Christmas projects. I've got loads of Christmas stuff printed out that for various reasons over the last couple of years I've not used, and I was determined this year to make 3 or 4 December dailies, and I'm just deciding on how I'm going to do them. I think I'm going to do them as single signature type affairs, so that when you've got a few years worth, I can bind them into a hardback journal. I thought that would be quite a good idea. So I intended to be starting work on those from the beginning of July, but as I say, events have conspired to slow me down, so I'm just going with it. I'm doing what I can, and that will come when I have finished this. I also want to make a folio from some file folder, because I've got a box up in the loft that is full of file folders, and I want to start making use of them. So I would like to dig that out and start working on some sort of folio. So they're my next projects that I have in mind, on top of my list of journals that I want to make. But I really want to do something different for my next couple of projects. So I'm just lightly inking around this, the edge of this window, so that if any of the white is showing, once I've collaged, it won't be quite so obvious. I think I'm going to try and, I think I'm going to have to work on these as sort of two separate entities, because if I try and do this all at once, I can see me ending up with that piece up the wrong way, or something's going to happen. So need to pay attention to what I'm doing, and so I think we'll have that piece there. I think what I will do is the edge that's going to be closed for the pocket, I think I will stitch closed with my machine, so it sort of blends in with the rest of the journal, because I've done stitching quite a lot throughout this journal. Shall I fold that again? Could do, couldn't I? We'll see how we go. And then I was going to pop this clock down here, but obviously I don't want a straight edge there, so just going to untidy that a little bit. It looks like the mice have been at it. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. So that will need a bit of distressing. And I'm still working on my mat. Naughty, naughty Karen. Now, one of these sides is going to be open. It's going to be this side, so I may try to fold that in just to give it a little bit of reinforcement there. Although Maybe I should actually stick another piece of something in there to make it look nicer. Right, so that's that piece. Now what else can we rip and pop on here? Oh, we could have that little owl. This is left over from when I was making the paper flowers with the buttons the other day. So if we tear this down a bit, I might pop Mr. Owl on here. We'll need something else there. Although maybe I should have something else underneath. Could we have, ooh, a bit of green, couldn't we? So is anybody else planning to do anything Christmassy at this time of the year? I know Christmas in July is often quite popular, but I say I haven't even really been able to get onto YouTube very much over the last few days, so I haven't seen what's going on very much. I watched Julie's video that she put up yesterday, I think it was. And other than that, I think I'm really behind. I think I've got quite a long playlist of things to catch up on. So stick that there. A little bit more under there. So yeah, I don't know if there's many people working on that this year, planning to do that this year. I wonder if there's enough wordage here to cover anything up. Could have a little bit down there. I was talking about the Germans surrendering. I think I'll stick that side down. I was just looking to see if there was, you know, anything that we might not want to see on that. Bit here left in there to see every little piece. This was the book page I was punching all the flowers out of, and I can still make use of quite a lot of it for collaging, even with these weird shapes, and there's very little of it left intact, but there's enough to do collaging with. So right, let's have a look here. Pop anything along there maybe. These are a bit too round. Just wondering where all my other bits of paper are. My book pages and dictionary page and what have you. Oh, that's a bit misguided. I don't want that on there. Because I turned that over for more appropriate words, the shape wasn't quite as I envisaged. So just be okay. And then what did I just see that I thought I could use? I just saw something out the corner of my eye and now I can't remember what it was that I'm looking for. Oh well. Let's have him with some packaging paper at the bottom there. Have a little bit of that. Along there. I feel like I'm getting lower and lower down, probably going off camera, so I apologise for that. That piece is not supposed to be there. And then we were going to sit the little owl somewhere, weren't we? Just tear around him a bit more. I'll have him there, but I think I want to ink round him so he stands out a little bit. I'm using my old little tiny vintage photo distress ink because my new one is so juicy there'll be too much going on to these pieces, so yeah, I think I'll have him there. Max, oh dear, Max has heard something. And off they go. He's a bit wonky, isn't he? Try and straighten him up a bit. That's a bit better. Right. So that's that side done. That's all covered. So obviously I need to trim the excess off. Max, that's enough. They've gone. So we'll trim all those pieces off. That will be like that. So that will be hanging over the top of the page like so. So then when it flips up, we want something here so that we can journal. So I'm just going to stick these pieces down. Oh my goodness, everything's sticking to everything. Well, at least I'm actually getting something done today. So as I say, when I switched the camera on, I had no idea what I was going to do other than get rid of those lacy pages. So at least I am getting something done. Oh, I could use some packaging paper on here for journaling, couldn't I? But then I don't know if that's going to be this is going to be quite lumpy, isn't it? Because I've stuck these edges down. And oh yeah, I wanted to check what this looked like here. Yeah, I think I might want to just pop something there. So just to, you know, cover up the inside of the envelope a little bit. So I'll stick that in there. That side was going in. So I'm trying to slide this in so it comes to the bottom of the envelope, but it doesn't go in so far that it's covering up my fox. Come down a little bit more. And I'm also trying not to stick the envelope closed, so I'm trying not to get glue everywhere, which is easier said than done. So that can go in there like that. And then we could fold that over there. So how are we looking? So that's that. Now I'm wondering if we should actually just decorate this rather than have it as journaling space, because thinking about it, that's going to be flipping off the top of the book. It's going to be very difficult to write on there anyway, isn't it? So let's stick some more pretty stuff on there. Little bunny. Of him would we want? Let's make sure we're still the right way. Yes, so we could pop him there. So if we take off the bottom piece and the top piece, it might just be enough. Let's see. It's so hot here at the moment. It's very close. It's not that sunny, but it's very warm. So a little bit more. I'm just going to take it off the top because I think that will look better. How will that look if I turn that over? Oh, I could do that, couldn't I? Let's do that. So, first of all, I'm going to just ink along here, because that's going to be where our fold is. So I'm not sure exactly what we're going to see. Give him a little bit of ink as well, and then he does look pretty, but there is space there for someone to write as well if they wanted to, you know, flip it completely over the page and write on it, or put something underneath to lean on. So they've got the option. but it could just be decorative as well if they would prefer. So that's where our fold is. I'll come down to there, and we are up the right way. That's going to be over the page, and it's going to flip up like that. I know I keep checking that, but that's the sort of thing that I would just do completely wrong. So let's get him sort of centered. And any of these bits that are not quite stuck down, that are lifting, I can come back and now where's my opening at the side? Right, I'm okay. I can go back and you know, give them a little bit extra afterwards. So that's there. Now I need to do a bit of snipping here just to tidy those edges up. I said I was going to go around with the trimmer afterwards, didn't I? And I've covered all my edges now, so that will be a bit tricky. I think it will be okay when it's all dry and inked. I think it will be fine. So let's just trim that there. And there. I'm still probably going to need to do a bit more tidying at some point. So that's that side. When we open it up, we'll see that, and this will be on the other page. So I'll just snap that's interfering with that fold. So that's that. So obviously I'll need to make something to pop in that pocket. So when the pocket's empty, you'll see Mr. Fox, but we'll have something equally as nice to pop in there. Now, before I do anything else, I'm just deciding if I need to do anything to reinforce this edge, because it's quite flimsy. I folded over that bottom bit there. Just wondering whether to put something else over this edge. Yeah, I think I will, just to give that a little bit more strength. So just so that when we're sliding things in and out, it's, you know, it's just helping that edge be a bit more sturdy. So, and then I will also want to just stick something on this side. I've put something there next to Mr Fox, but I need to put something here, so I need a little bit more packaging paper. I should have opened this envelope up and done this all at the beginning really, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so sort of, you know, making it up as I go along really. If I'd planned it in advance, I would have opened the whole envelope and done this first. All right, I'm going to stick that part in, and then I will just need to have an extra piece on the bottom. Too far in. It's okay. Oh, I'm making a real hash of this. Right, and then I just need to pop a little tiny bit in there. I did say it was a craft with me. Definitely no way could this be considered a tutorial. Piece in there, so let's just rip that off, and then I'm going to leave this half to dry a bit before I do anything else, and then I'll ink all the edges and check any bits that are not quite stuck down. So that's going to be that part. Then I don't need to do anything on this part because I'm going to stick that to the other page, but I need to do something on here, and I think I might close that up. I will stitch down both sides. So on this side, so that it's going to be this way up. That's going to be my tuck spot from the bottom, and these are going to be stitched to the page. So I just need something pretty to go on here. So I could have a bit of this. Now I need to make sure I've got it up the right way again. on this edge. I don't know what happened there, but my camera just suddenly stopped recording and I couldn't make it start again. So all I've done is I had this piece ready to stick down, so I've stuck it down. So that's the piece all covered now. So what I'm going to do is attach it to the page that it's going to go on. I'll leave it to dry first, I'll ink around it, tidy it up, and then I will stitch it on the page. So I will show you that all done when I come back next time, but I don't know what's going on with my camera, so I'm not going to push my luck and do any more on here today. So this piece is finished, so all you missed was me literally sticking down that piece of paper. So I will be back again, I'm not sure when. I've been trying to film every, well, I've been trying to put a video up every 2 days, and I was doing really well and being really consistent up until the last week when everything went haywire. So I'm not going to worry too much if I can't get a video up every 2 days for over the summer period. I apologise that it's, you know, I'm not being consistent and I'm not going to be able to post regularly, but there's no point me stressing about it because of the family setup. There's nothing I can do. So please just bear with me. I will record and upload as and when I can, and then hopefully once things are back to normal after the summer, I can go back to being, you know, posting more regularly and being more consistent. But I say I was getting myself quite worked up and upset that I hadn't managed to keep that going, because I've done really well over the last few weeks, but there's just nothing I can do at the moment. So I'm going to go now and tidy all this up, upload this video, and I will be back again with you as soon as I possibly can. So thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry it was a bit all over the place, but that's just how it is at the moment. I hope you found that interesting and useful anyway, and yeah, take care in the meantime, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.